Let's just start by introducing yourself, guys, and like what are you guys? What's your role in the community and stuff like that? So if one of you guys start.
Go
I
right.
can begin.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and hello to Balut Nation. I'm Rafael Tigno, and I am the founder and the creative director of Vivant. Vivant is an online platform bridging global cultures in music, arts, lifestyle, music, and crypto. And I am one of the founders of Fil-Can Music Awards. It's an award show that recognizes the songs and music that was released during the previous year. And this is the second year in a row that we're doing this.
Mm.
What's up, y'all? My name is Raymond, also known as Raygee of Southeast Cartel, and one of the organizers of Fil-Can Music, which is the Fil-Can community of musicians, artists, singers, rappers, all that here in Canada. And as Raph said, I'm also one of the co-founders of Fil-Can Music Awards.
First question is like, what is FCM and how did it come about?
So Fil-Can Music, it's basically just the term of how we categorize the genre of Filipino Canadian music. So original music. The reason why we have that term is because being an artist here for so long, we realize a lot of the music that we make is very different from the music made back home, right? The topics, the styles, the way we create music is very different. And number two, how we create, like what we relate to and all that is very different. So we wanted to show that, hey, even though we're Filipinos, we embrace both our Canadian roots and our Filipino roots. And that's what creates our music. And just because of that alone, like our music sounds very different from Philippines, from, Filipino Americans, Filipino Japanese. And to us, it's basically a celebration of our music and our art. And second, it's a lot of people are slowly drawn into like our music. So when people ask, what kind of music is that, or where you from? Well, it's Fil-Can music, Filipino Canadian musicians. So that's the first, definition of that. And the second is it's also a platform where we're trying to share and bring to light a lot of the original Filipino Canadian music out there. Being an artist, again, we realize there's not a lot of places that Filipino Canadians can have their music played. Because one, if we're singing, rapping in Tagalog, this is something they're not really going to play on the radio, right? It's not pop. It's not what is very Canadian. And two, because we're here in Canada, it's hard for us to put our music back home. So most of the time they're trying to push their own music. So why not, there's a million people in Canada that's Filipino and growing. There's a market here. There's people who want to listen to our kind of music. Why not create a place where they can go and listen to that and watch shows, go meet the musicians, go meet producers, go meet organizers, right? So it's not just being about, a fan, but even a singer can come here and find an audio engineer, can find places they can perform, and basically, again, providing platforms for all aspects of the Filipino Canadian music community.
Cool. I think my second question, I think you answered it already, would be like the goal of FCM. I think you pretty much elaborated that already.
Yes.
So where do you see FCM or the movement collectively in a few years from now?
So one of the things that I wanted to do for the platform, for the community, is one, again, have like social media presence, have a platform where if you want to listen to these kinds of music or the Filcan genre, you can go and we can share you every, not just hip hop or rap, there's going to be rock, all that. So basically like a one-stop shop or one place that they can listen to all that. Hopefully build some kind of network where we can have Filcan podcasts, Filcan shows that relate to music and relate to the whole art position there. And of course, be able to work alongside businesses and work alongside people that support the movement and the community, and hopefully put a tour together, put shows together, and be able to, help these artists make money so that they can continually do their art and they don't have to go all the way back home to just tour. Why not tour Canada, for
Exactly.
example?
Right.
That's what we're trying to build, in a couple of years from now.
Yeah.
Wait,
As for me, Um, it's very similar. My goal for Fil-Can Music, even though I'm not directly involved on their goal, my goal correlates to what they're trying to achieve. So for me, what I want to happen is for Filipino culture to mix to other people's culture. And the goal that I'm trying to achieve is the success of how K-pop was able to dominate each and every culture in the world. And that's how I see Filipino Canadian music in the future. And that's what I'm trying to achieve.
Great answer, guys. Great answers. So like, what can we expect on the Filipino Canadian Music Award on this May 21st?
Oh, well, you can expect an abundance of talent, abundance of camaraderie. You know, a lot of people there know each other or have heard of each other. And I think you could feel or experience like a lot of love and a lot of support from everybody that's going to be going there. Of course, there's the awards, you know, so if you have friends or you have favorite artists that are nominated, you know, obviously you're going to want them to win. And we're going to have a lot of performances from some of the best artists here, not only in Toronto, but, you know, all over Canada.
An additional to that, a few things that you could expect on Vivant's end is one, we have an NFT exhibit of our Genesis collection for which we call Satoshi Pop. So if you're interested in looking at what NFT looks like, that would be a good opportunity for you to look at an NFT in its physical form. Second is you'll be able to meet the hottest artists in hip hop, rock, and R&B that in Canada making names. I can name drop a few, and not like what Raygee said. They're not only from Toronto. There would be artists coming from Edmonton, from Calgary, and there would be other audience that would come from Vancouver, from Montreal. So it's a big event that's going to be attended by everyone, every Filipinos in Canada. So that's really exciting.
Cool. So like, yeah, I think all together, like collectively, we're trying to bring the community together. I still feel like within Filipinos, there's still this crab mentality.
Well, I think in anything, bro, when it comes to unity, the more people you have that are fighting towards a goal, the more achievable or the more possible a goal can be, right? So it applies to anything, not just our music or our community. It applies to work, it applies to your life. But at the end of the day, the more people you have working together to accomplish something, you know, it's easier to achieve that goal. However, if you're the opposite, and if you're not really helping and you're just staying on the side, you're not really helping the cause, or, you know, you're bringing it down, right?
Yeah.
And that goes to the crab mentality too, because that's probably the worst or the end of the spectrum where they're actually trying to bring you down. And again, unity, just helping one another, working towards a goal. Everybody has their own creativity. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Look at us right now in this meeting, you know, in this interview. We all come from different aspects of life.
Right.
We grew up differently, you know, and we represent 3 different factions.
Right.
Basically like Fil-Can content or Fil-Can creators. And me and Raph and Justin, which is another example, is it took 3 of us to put this together. So imagine if there's 100 of us, 1,000 of us, tens of thousands of us getting together, achieving it, right?
There you go.
If us can do it here, this small number, and we're already able to do what we're doing now, just imagine when there's like thousands of us doing the same thing.
Right. Exactly. That's actually a great answer and the perfect way to put it. Because for me, like, imagine if having more leaders within the community to actually, you know, gather up resources, like, you know, put things together. I think we can accomplish more, and we can, you know, attract more sponsors, attract more opportunities. So it starts from there. Just you know, just taking initiative, just being a leader.
Exactly, bro.
Okay, I'd like to invite everyone on May 21 to our upcoming Vivant Music and Arts Festival 2022 Fil-Can Music Awards. You get to watch and experience something that's never done before here in the history of Filipino Canadians, and we're really excited to show it and show to everyone our hard work. You'll be able to access our main event, we have an after party prepared. You will be able to read more details at vivant.com. That's VIBEANT.com/FCMA-tickets. And you'll be able to see the complete details of the event. That you will see the details on the main event, the after party, as well as the merch.
And aside from the access pass and of course the award show, we are also having limited edition Fil-Can Music hoodies. And this is the first ever Fil-Can Music hoodies that we were ever putting out. And what also makes it special is we have the, let me just put it up here. Yeah. And that is basically all the nominees, the categories, and the awards that will be offered or that will be displayed on that award event. So This is limited edition. You have to pre-order it. We're not going to be making extras. So pre-order it. Place your order now. It's $60 for this limited edition. And once it's gone, it's gone. So we're not making it anymore. So if you want it, you got to go to that link that Raph said and make your purchase.
Cool. And that is it for this video, guys. Kuya Raph, Kuya Raygee, thank you for your time. Thank you for your leadership. I look up to you guys. Thank you for your thank you for your answers. And this is the episode of Quick Questions with Kuya Raph and Raygee. Balut Nation signing out. Peace.